Gotta move in the spirit. 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 Gotta move in the spirit.
Smoke on. Hey, how you doing, sis? How you doing, sis? You look lovely tonight. Can I give you a fly real quick? It's all good, man. I hope your husband is black or Latino, man. If not, you need to get the hell away from him.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead and read that.
After the tradition of men.
Uh-huh.
After the rudiments of the world.
After what?
After the rudiments of the world.
After the rudiments of this world. Valentine's Day is of this world. And I would say, as well as Valentine's Day, to hell with this world. Because this world is not of God.
Right.
You understand? America is not of God. So why are we celebrating these traditions and holidays of the world, man? That's what I was asking. The world is not of God. Something like that.
I got 1 John 2:15.
Get it.
All right. The book of 1 John.
Yo, what's up, bro, man? Go ahead, read that.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2 and verse 15.
Bring it on.
Love not the world.
What about to say?
Love not the world.
What about to say?
Love not the world.
What did he say before? He was walking past. He said, if I could choose one word to define Valentine's Day, I'll use the word love. Hell, to hell with Valentine's Day, man.
Right.
And to hell with the things that this world pushes. You understand? Go ahead.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Uh-huh.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
And the love of the Father is not in you. Right? If you're celebrating Valentine's Day, the love of the Father is not in you.
That's right.
Because Valentine's Day is everything but righteous. It's everything but righteous and right with God, man. Yeah, what's up, man? Let me ask you a question. You celebrate Valentine's Day?
Yeah, not really, man. I appreciate y'all, though.
So why you even out here if you don't celebrate Valentine's Day?
Because I appreciate y'all, man.
Huh? No, I'm saying why? I'm saying y'all, are y'all out here because it's Valentine's Day?
Nah, we come out all the time.
Don't lie to me. Huh?
We come out all the time.
The usual thing?
I appreciate
So
what y'all do.
what do y'all think about Valentine's Day?
I don't get too far into it, man.
I love
You say you don't celebrate. You say it's your second favorite holiday.
I appreciate what y'all doing, though, man.
You see, look, the weaker vessel's always gonna slip up.
I appreciate what y'all doing.
Hey, but I'll say this. I'll tell y'all this, right? When you look at the word, when you think about Valentine's Day, if you could choose one word to define it,
I mean,
how would you
everyone's
define
gonna
it?
say love, obviously, bro.
Okay, be special. What would you choose?
I'm gonna go with something to do with more along the lines of history, I guess. What we're looking at. What's the history of it?
Well, no problem. I'll tell you. When it comes to Valentine's Day, the word that's usually associated with Valentine's Day is the word romance. You understand? When you look at the definition for the word romance, it goes back to a Latin word called Romanicus. Romanicus is how you define it. It basically means pertaining to Rome. This modern concept of romance that's pushed today is dealing with the concept of love by the Romans. And do you know what was the norm for Romans when it comes to sexual activity? As long as you're a free male Roman man, you can engage in prostitution, you can engage in pedophilia, which is real. It was a normal thing in Roman society. As long as the child is not a male Roman boy and he's not above the age of 16, you can engage in sexual affairs with him. You understand?
Time back 10,000 years ago.
But
That's weird.
America was established by the English colonies. You understand?
And they did a lot of fucked up shit. I get it.
And the French, and the Spanish, and the Portuguese, and all those kingdoms derived out of Rome. They wouldn't exist today if they didn't come from Rome.
You think it's just Rome? I think a lot of it has to do with Rome, the Egyptians.
Yeah, I agree. But what I'm ultimately saying is that majority of what makes up the traditions here in America is not being based off the Bible. It's being based off all these other cultures.
Westernized influence.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You know? And you know what? I give the man a hand, man. Give him a hand.
Thank you.
I appreciate that because a lot of times people won't even accept that, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
America doesn't push what the Lord says. The Lord says if you're interested in a woman and you want to engage with her, you gotta make her your wife, man. You can't push homosexuality, prostitution. And what's wrong with a civilization that doesn't engage or push prostitution?
Right.
What's wrong with that? But America does though. You go outside this neighborhood, you go outside of here, take a proper left, you're gonna see prostitution
I get it.
everywhere.
On the right corner.
You feel me?
That's everywhere. That's everywhere in the country.
And you know what, to be honest, you don't even have to go around the corner.
On Thanksgiving.
A lot of single men come out here during Valentine's Day to get what? You think they're coming out here just to drink?
Kitty.
I get that.
They come out here just for that? Just for breasts? No.
For fun.
They want what's between that woman's life.
I get
You
it.
understand? And there's women who came out here because they want to provide it to as many men as they can that night. And that's pushed by this world.
That's
I
right.
get that.
That mindset is pushed
I
by
agree with
America. You feel me?
I agree with you.
And that's why America has to pay. By the will of God. If there be a God, there's no way he can be in agreement with how America is today.
Have you ever heard the story of Mother Mary?
Tell me about Mother Mary.
Mother Mary in ancient times, was actually what is considered nowadays to be a prostitute, unfortunately. And I'm not talking down on the Lord or any disciple or anything like that, but Mother Mary actually was considered a prostitute when it came back to the days of Judah and Moses and Jesus, obviously the son of Mary. She was at the time of that era, prostitute. That's what she was. She tried to provide for her own, and if you don't believe the Bible, in the Bible it very, very, very strictly depicts Mother Mary. And like I said, I don't like to talk to her about her like this, but she was a prostitute.
Do you believe in the Bible?
I believe in a lot of the Bible. I don't like to get into that. I believe in a lot of the Bible.
Okay.
Most of the Bible. If I had a book that started off with ancient texts that maybe will lead us the right way, or just like the ancient Greeks, they have all these myths.
Yeah.
I don't think they were myths. I think they were stories.
Yeah.
I think a lot of stories, especially through the Dark Ages, like let's just say, I wrote this book because of things that I seen that was heavenly and orderly. You get this book and it's a different era, and now you rewrite this book because you don't think it's right for mankind at the time, and now you're switching it up, and now it goes through another period where they do the same thing. Now you have a 25%, in my opinion, factual book. Went from something of ancient stories and ancient descriptions of how they lived back then. Now we're at the point, because it's been rewritten so many times, now 25% of it's real and the rest is control.
Oh, so do you believe that applies to the Bible?
What is it?
Do you believe that applies to the Bible?
I think 25% of the Bible, especially King James, the first one.
No, you're fine. The Bible.
I think that during the Dark Ages, and especially through all the uprising and powers to control mankind at the time, it was altered.
How do you shift between? So I'm pretty sure you study the Bible yourself, right? How do you shift from the things you read there and the things you know?
Yeah.
How do you shift from what's actually correct
Well, there's the original
and
Testament.
what's wrong?
There's the original Testament, and if you read the two differences, and actually, there's a lot of scholars who think that they know what the original Testament and the original scripture of the Bible was, but there's also way more scholars who factually know that it went through the Dark Ages and got took over by people who didn't have mankind's best interests in hands. So they put their own stories in there. Whether it was, I believe that a lot of, I can't give you like direct examples, but I guess if I were to say that, like, for example, thou shalt not steal, and even like that,
So you disagree with that?
No, I agree with that, but they knew the way of the life back then is going to happen. It doesn't make you not go to heaven. I feel like a lot of those were made to control people. I don't think the book of Genesis or any of those stories are, I think those are all real. The whole Adam and Eve, I think that some of that was symbolism. But
do you believe that they were all like physical, real, predicated of your own research?
Yes, but I think they came
or
from somewhere else.
is it predicated on what you learned when you was in the church?
Well, I believe that Adam and Eve was a lot of symbolism, because we all know that snakes don't talk.
Yes.
We all know that you and I can't come from nothing. You and I also both know that if I told you don't bite that apple, it's gonna do something bad, and you bite that apple because they know how the human heart is and brain is, and you know that one out of several people is probably going to bite that apple. We know they knew it when they wrote it.
So before I say anything on that, right? So the example of, you said thou shalt not steal. That was inserted in the Bible.
Yes.
That wasn't originally a part of the Bible.
Yeah, I believe that that's a law that was trying to be a universal.
If you have a question, you just come right here.
Yeah, come over here.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't understand 5:16. I just wanted to read it by myself.
I believe that it was a universal way.
You have what?
I just wanted
She's
to
just
know
trying to see what y'all do.
5:16. I just wanted to read
She's
it by
trying to read your
myself
shirt.
without interrupting your all's conversation.
Oh, it's Matthew 5 and 6.
I believe that a lot of it was made for mankind to have something to abide by.
Yes.
Because if not,
See, the
look what
thing
we be
about
doing.
this is, right, we have these translations. All these translations, where they come from ancient manuscripts, right? Are you familiar with the ancient manuscripts?
I'm very familiar with a lot of the ancient manuscripts. I don't think that I think the Bible is outdated by a lot of, for example, ancient Asian texts. I think that even a lot of the ancient texts that we read, even in Egypt, outdate Jesus.
Okay, that can, but you do understand there's a context, a biblical context, right? This Bible was never intended to touch the hands of all people.
I agree with you.
It's not for all
That's
nations.
why we created pharaohs. That's why we created this, disciples and messengers of the Lord, priests.
So we do understand who this Bible is for. Who is this Bible for?
I believe it's for, honestly, mankind.
Are you sure?
I mean, listen, if you think it's for, like, Jesus or whatever, I believe that too. But I think it was written.
It's 26 verse 46.
It was written to be.
You got a precept? Psalm 78 verse 5?
It was written to tell the future on what should be done and how we lived back then.
But we're saying we, right? Right? Who's the we, and who is this word being written for and to?
I think that it's, in my opinion, obviously the whole world doesn't believe in the Bible. We have the Quran, and we have a lot of other ancient texts that people live by every day, Buddhism, etc. I believe that whoever you believe in as God,
Yes.
I believe that there was several of them. Just like we know we're the only, I don't know what we believe in, but we're one of the only religions that believe in just one God and a bunch of messengers and disciples. I believe
You never
that
gave me your name, so just give me a
DJ.
nickname. DJ,
Yeah,
right?
I believe
Okay.
80% of
I'm Captain
religions.
Montezat.
Nice to meet y'all. I believe
Yeah.
that 80% of religions have more than one God,
Okay, yes.
and I believe that's
the
how.
Bible doesn't profess just one God alone.
I
It
believe
doesn't
there's one
profess that.
story, but
But the thing is this, right? Because we're talking about the Bible and this, that, and the third. Well, let's understand the simple things, right? The simple thing is this Bible isn't for everybody, right? Yes, it's in all man's hands, but it's not intended to be in all man's hands, right? Who is these physical men writing these words for? I don't believe a light out of the sky wrote this book. That's not real. You understand?
why does
Physical men wrote this word, and it was intended to be put in the hands of physical men.
I appreciate
Let's see who that is. Go ahead.
The book of Psalm chapter 78 and verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob.
So the Lord established a testimony in Jacob. Jacob was the forefather of the children. Is the father of the children of Israel. His name will change to Israel. Go ahead.
And appointed a law.
Appointed what?
And appointed a law.
Appointed a law, right? The testimony is dealing with the prophecies. The testimony left behind by the prophets. Then you have the laws of God. Those are the commandments, the do's and don'ts. Go ahead.
In Israel.
And what?
In Israel.
In Israel. So now we understand who this book was even for. It's for the children of Israel. So whether people agree with it or disagree with it, anything like that, it don't matter. It was only intended for the people on this side. The so-called black, Latino, and indigenous Indians. You understand?
I agree with that.
Stay strong, I'm a warrior. Stay strong, I'm a warrior. Stay strong, I'm a warrior.